that's why I'm saying I don't. For me personally, that's why we're going to research. So age for me is not a thing. It's more about where are you at. Like, say you're going through you've moved countries, you're going through a divorce, you're selling your house. So if you're going through big things, it takes away so much of your energy and attention. That now to start a business, which is taking more energy and attention, it's like it can be overwhelming.
But that's also
what I mean?
part of what we spoke about our previous subject, which is taking risks. So I think when you're younger, it's easier for you to take risks, right? Because you basically a lot of time got the support of your family and support of whatever you need. Like you've got a structure around you. Versus when you get older, then you take more risks because then I need to pay my bond or I need to pay my rent and I need to buy food and I've got children or whatsoever. So it's difficult more to take a risk on your business if you don't have the support on the back of it, which will go also to the next subject, which is the financial part of how you get ready for it. So it's also part of the timing and understanding, is my business, do I need to invest lots of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort? Does it go along with where I am in life at the moment?
But actually, also going back to the timing, I think the timing is also very relevant to who you are targeting. Because, say, for example, if you're going to target like your top end millionaire, billionaire, and that's kind of your client base, if that's where you're targeting, then it's not going to be. I mean, I understand they still think about money. I get that, but it's not going to be as crucial as if you're going mass market and you're working with people who are, more money conscious. You don't have as much disposable. So it also depends on where your market is and who your market is to that timing of where things are within the economy, right?
Yeah, but it is, because also if you're trying to sell a product, right, and you're trying to promote it in, let's say, in the close to the end of the month, and people less have money because of the paycheck, so you're going to have less people buying your product versus if you do it just after the day that people got that paycheck on that day.
Depending on your, and I'm saying that because I think it depends on the income bracket, which depends on your target market.
It is, that's what I say, it's a mix.
Yeah.
Because I can see, like, especially, like, let's be honest, if you look at December, Jan time, when people, like, are trying, like, in the beginning, like, they go out a lot and spend lots of money on alcohol and stuff like that.
By the end of Jan,
and then by the end of Jan, no money, nothing, and now they need to pay and, like, hold themselves like that. What do I do at home?
Credit cards.
So it's, like, all part of, like, the timing, and it's understand your customers. So I'm assuming if I would be a bar, I'll find to do more promotions in the mid of Jan, right? Because that will help me to get more business attraction. Because I know people got less money to spend, and it's a mix of things. It's understanding your business, it's understanding your target audience, it's understanding yourself and your skills, the economy. It's a lot of
but also that research is really, really, really important, because even if the timing is right and you've now gone and done the research, but as you're doing the research you find there's actually not a demand for what it is you are offering, then you've got to be flexible with that. So it's not that what you've got is wrong, it's just you might need to be flexible with who your market is, possibly.
But it's also like, am I willing to put the effort, right, to invest in my business? Because if it's the timing, but there's still, I need to be more patient on certain stuff. So do I have it in me, the patience, to wait and work on things slowly or not? And it's a part of doing the research. So when you start doing your research, when you want to start your own business, you need to research about yourself, about the market.
And actually physically, like what I did, I physically went and spoke to groups of students throughout the country. And that was invaluable, because when you're speaking to these massive groups and you're asking questions, you're just getting amazing feedback and research on what's working, what's not working.
Which I think flexibility is one of the crucial things when you start your own business. Because you need to be able to read your market, to read what's going on around you, and act accordingly, and not to be stubborn too much. Stubbornness can be a good thing for you, and it's going to also be a bad thing for you. Because if you need to be stubborn and to push your business a certain way, because that's where you want to be. But also you need to learn to know where to put a stop and say, okay, the market is not there yet.
They're not.
So if the market is not there yet, do I keep on pushing? Do I try to find a different angle maybe? Or do I do some changes in my product, in my service, to fit what the market needs for now? And then after that, I can add what I want. Because sometimes you build the right connection with your customers, with your clients, and you got the support system from them, like the trust part, then you can show them from let's say from the back
Yes.
door
Yeah.
that they actually need what you initially started with.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I think. Like even when I started my business, I was starting my business in a certain way, but I realized that there is actually a need for other things, for other services. So I expanded my business to different angles because I understood that this is where the market needs to go to.
But also, I would imagine for you, it's also very relevant for your clients, for you to know what's going on within the market, to know,
It is.
depending on where they are, where they need to market themselves, being a marketing strategist, that would
Yeah.
be fundamental.
It
right?
is, and also
Yeah.
and it's part of what we spoke about, the value that we spoke about, the knowledge part. So especially in a field like marketing, that you always need to be up to date. You always
Yeah.
need to be aware what everything happens because of the technology, because of the market change, the needs, all of that, all the different theories. You need to follow up all the time and to make
Yeah.
sure that I share the right knowledge with my clients. So I always need to be up to date and always need to share to make sure that what I advise comes in the right timing also for my clients.
And also with what's going on just currently, like if you think about everyone's into recycling and they're into saving energy and solar. So if you're going to come up with a product that's not going to be in line with that, I can't speak for other countries, but I know for here, if you're going to come up with something that's not
So
in line
I think,
with
for
that,
example, for that, South Africa is not a market that is ready yet for recycling. It's getting there in
what
certain
do you
areas.
mean? As in making things from recycling.
As in actually recycling in general, like the behavior of recycling. So I'll give it an
Yeah,
example.
true.
So in Israel, you've got
3 bins or
like
something.
I've got 3 bins in my parking lot for like paper, for packages, and
So
we've
it's
got
an
for glasses,
emission.
for everything. It's not a mission. I just go down. I've got in the corner of the street for plastic bottles.
Yeah.
And here in South Africa, I've got so many packages that I need to. And I actually checked on one of the groups, like where can I recycle? So I had a lot of
You've
people
got a
like,
mission.
I'm going to follow through.
Yeah.
It's a mission to do it in South Africa. And Cape Town is easier even versus Joburg, because I used
Yeah.
to stay in Joburg for a few years. So I think like if you want to do recycling in South Africa, this is the time for you, for example, in my opinion, to start, but it's not going to be easy because there's a lot of education in the market. And
Yeah.
even if you want to start recycling, kind of start like the sustainability, Cape Town is better than Joburg at this point of time. And even if you look at Cape Town, town is ahead of other suburbs.
Well, I know
in
where I
like-
am. So I'm in University Estate, and there it requires. It's not a big deal. I think it's all of 5 minutes. It's not the fact that it's 5 minutes. It's the fact that it's the effort. So it's getting all the stuff together, and then once a week putting it in my car, driving to the recycling place. And I'm sure a lot of my friends don't do it. Not because they don't want to, but it really is.
But you know what?
extra
Take it
mission.
from a different angle. So we had in Cape Town the water shortage, right?
Yeah.
Look at the way people are behaving now. So it took it time to educate everyone to use less water. But it got to a place it was crucial and people needed to use less water. But now you see the 2 type of people, the one that actually adopted that type of behavior,
Yeah.
and they still keep the water and use less, and the one that are still wasting lots of water. So it takes
Yeah.
time to educate. But it's also
Yeah.
like there was a lot of effort in Cape Town to teach people and educate
Huge,
people.
yeah.
And every company, I remember because I back then was working for a company that part of our products were soap. So I had to teach to use sanitizer, to like all of that part, and putting all the science and everything around that. So this is also very important. But if you're not a big
Yeah.
company, you're not necessarily going to have the time, the effort, the money to invest in actually teaching and educating the market. But in that case, so maybe you can collaborate with some other company with your idea.
But I also think when people are making clothing and bags and goods from recycled products, it almost increases the demand because I think there's so many people that want to be part of that whole process and part of the whole recycling that the timing for that kind of thing is ideal.
So
you
I
know?
think it's out of that. The timing starts now.
Yeah.
It's starting to build up, but it's starting mainly in certain areas. So you can start with these areas, build it there, and then by then you got more strengths, you got more power, you got more knowledge, and then you can start copy pasting it to other areas that are not there yet. If I look at it from a marketing perspective, where I would have taken it.
If they buy into it, though, because it's not. I remember having a conversation with someone quite recently, and they were like, "Oh, it's a." I don't know. The bottom line is they don't buy into it. It's not their thing. So for somebody like that, I don't believe it's possible to try and convince, or I don't have any need to try and convince people of something. If they've already bought into it, fantastic. You know, and those are then people that you can work with, and then again, I think that timing is.
So it's like also Daryl say here that I think being flexible is important too, because yes, it is.